Is it time? Is it finally time? Hello everyone. Please tell me if you can hear me because OBS had some weird funky things going on earlier and the settings kind of got fucked around. Hi everyone. Also, let me know, how was the music volume? Because I'm going to be... Okay, so here's the plan. It's been a while. I don't even remember now when I uploaded everything wrong with Ace Combat 4. Let me check that actually. Well, nope. June 30th. So, July, August... it's been... Ooh, 5 months. So, yeah, it's been a while, with school going on and so many other things to worry about, Ace Combat 7 and the wiki notwithstanding, I haven't had a whole lot of time, and personal stuff got in the middle of it, through the middle of this fall. I haven't had a lot of time to work on everything wrong with Ace Combat 0. I've got a few missions already written down on the sins. So I would say, yeah, halfway, I'd say. Yeah, halfway. Halfway sounds good. I mean, sounds good. It better sound good to you guys. No, I think that sounds about right. Because I don't do each of the missions, like, I don't do mission 1 and then mission 2 and then mission 3. I'll have random ideas pop in my head and I'll work on each mission randomly. So... a lot of people have been asking, and people are still commenting on my videos. Yes, I am absolutely going to do everything wrong with Ace Combat 0. Like, duh. And then, who knows what I'll do after that. I'm thinking 6, and then X at some point, and of course, 7. So, the problem is that I haven't had the time to actually work on the video, and I haven't had time to sit down, I haven't had free time. Working on school and the wiki and everything. It's been a busy few months. So what I'm hoping is that finals period, school finals seems to be a little light this time around, so I should have time to work on the video. I should be able to edit it all together. I would like to release it by the end of the year. That's not a guarantee. I'm not promising you guys. I'm not saying I will release it by the end of the year. I'm just saying that's my personal goal, and if I don't make it, I don't make it. That's just gonna be how it is, but that's what I'm aiming for. I can do Ace Combat X2? Yeah, of course. What about 1, 2, and 3? 1 doesn't really have a lot I can talk about. What is there to... It would be like a 50-second video. 2 would be mostly the briefings. Like, there's not much dialogue besides just the briefings. I mean, I could go into the gameplay a bit on 2, but there's not that much to talk about. 3 is a different story. 3 is ooh. See, the problem is that I don't personally like 3, so it's going to be a little difficult for me to work with it, just as a personal thing. But everyone's been asking about 3 as well, especially now with the amazing translation patch. I don't know. That would be one hell of a long video, just because of how much story there is, how many sins I could imagine. Well, I could trim it down. I don't know. 3 is up in the air right now. I'm more concerned about getting 0 out of the way, first of all, and then 6, X, and 7. And especially 7. That's like, I have to get that done, especially right around the game comes out. I'd like to get that done as quick as possible. Assault Horizon would be an adventure. I'm not planning on that one. I'm not putting that in a schedule or anything. Yeah, I know, just make it. What matters is quality. I know, the quality is key. You only get one shot at uploading the video. Will I send Pixies ECM that deflects guns? If I can get footage of it, absolutely. Remember, I use YouTube footage because I can't record my own. I don't have a good computer for it. I'm surprised I can even make videos. I'm surprised I can stream. You guys should hear, my laptop sounds like it's a spaceship right now. My theory is that Ace Combat 7's release date is March 2nd. That's not confirmed. There is no confirmed release date for 7 yet. But they had in one of the latest trailers, they showed a hangar door and they focused on the numbers 3 and 2, which could be February 3rd or March 2nd. February 3rd is a Saturday. March 2nd is a Friday, and it's the North American release date of Ace Combat 3. So they could do that. It's not confirmed. That's just a theory. No, you can't explain. You can't explain Ace Combat 3 briefly. Well, Phil Collins, 3 happened. It was just, it all happened in a simulation. So none of what we saw actually happened, but the simulation still ran, and everything before Mission 1 is canon. So it's technically canon. It's just none of that actually happened. Everything wrong with Assault Horizon is going to be 10 hours. Oh, it won't be that bad. Maybe 7 hours. Oh yeah, Taco Game. You guys should check out Taco Game's fan art. I don't know if links won't work in YouTube's chat. He's got some really crazy pen art. He's insane. He's really good. I'm gonna, in just a minute, I'm going to transition to... OBS, can you calm down? I'm going to transition to Ace Combat 0 Mission 1. What I'm going to do is... This is not final. I'm going to do this live. I'm going to sin Mission 1. You guys get to watch. You guys get to provide feedback. Please be brutally honest. If a sin sounds stupid, tell me. If you love one specific sin, tell me. I don't have a ding. I can't give a ding. I don't know how I'd be able to, and this laptop is barely chugging along as it is, so I don't know what software I would have to put together for that. But there won't be a ding. You guys will have to hear the ding in your head. But I just feel like it's been such a long time, and everyone keeps asking me. I'd like to give you guys something just for watching. But that brings me to one last thing I want to mention. Send the B-52s for not firing their guns. That depends on the difficulty. A few months ago, I sort of soft launched a Patreon. A few months ago, not... It's been that long? I put together a Patreon. I didn't make a video about it because I didn't really want to bring too much attention to it. I hate asking for money because it just seems so greedy. But I do all of this for free, and I turned off YouTube's ads and monetization on all of my videos. You guys have seen the adpocalypse going on. I didn't want to risk that, and I didn't want to ruin you guys' experience because I hate ads on YouTube. I just absolutely hate them, especially on mobile. So I've turned off all of that in exchange for setting up a Patreon. The link is in the description. If you guys would like to support me, I would absolutely be so grateful to you. And depending on what you at what level you want to support me, please, like, don't feel obligated. None of you have to. I will never lock any content to my Patreon. All of my videos and live streams will be free on YouTube. But you, depending on what you might want to support at, you might even get access to more opportunities to provide early feedback on my Everything Wrong With series, suggest what I should play on live stream, and maybe even play with me on live streams. It's still on PS4 only for now. At some point I'm gonna build a PC, but that's going to be a while, because I need to get back to PC gaming. So that should about cover it. If you guys are ready, can bring up mission 1. I hope it works, because I remember when I tried to what was it? Ace Combat 7, I think. We had some difficulties. It was either Ace Combat Fan stream or my stream. Oh, and Ace Combat Fan will be joining me after I do this, and we can talk about Ace Combat 7 with you guys. We can have a chill stream after this. But there was some weird issue with VLC Player, I think. And I've downloaded a new program called Pot Player. Hopefully this will be better. So. Oh, James Fair, yeah, of course. I'm gonna get Ace Combat 7 on PS4 day 1, so any of you guys got a PS4 and Ace Combat 7, see me on there. I'll get a PC, I'll get a Steam copy at some point too. Gotta get it on all the platforms. Some Ustian pilot comments what beer they're gonna drink. Yeah, but that's not exactly a sin. Plus, that only happens on your second playthrough and after. Christopher Michael, what do you mean they won't fire their guns on any difficulty? They do. On the harder ones. But I don't know how I'd be able to get the difficulty. I don't know how I'd be able to present that in a video. Remember, I'm restricted by YouTube footage. By the way, this footage is again thanks to Blaze1337. He runs the PS2 games on his PS3 that can do backwards compatibility. So kudos to him for getting HD footage. Let me get the sins up over here. Okay. Yeah, thank God for Black Friday deals. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, for those of you who celebrated. Yeah, Ace Combat Fan, thanks for the offer. Depending, I might have to take you up on that at some point. I might have to talk with you about 6, but we'll talk about that when the time comes. Alright. Let's begin. Let me know if there's any issues, because this is the first time I'm using this program on stream. Hope you guys can hear it. And again, any audio problems, just let me know.
Oh, him?
First sin right off the bat. November 25th, 2005. Almost exactly a month after Mobius 1 destroyed Megalith, so later in the game we find out that Pixie is in Delarus, a country in Usia, but it's never explained why or who he's fighting. So, what are these filthy Erusians up to?
Oh, him? Yeah. I know him. It's going to take a while. It happened years ago.
Pronoun game.
Did you know there are 3 kinds of aces?
Brett Thompson at this point must be thinking, dude, I only asked you about the Demon Lord. I didn't want a description of ace pilot attitudes.
Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, and those who can read the tide of battle. Those are the 3. And him? He was a true ace.
He was a fighter pilot they called Solo Wing Pixie.
Because of the pronoun game that was going on, you would immediately assume that Solo Wing Pixie is the he Thompson was talking about. This is the kind of grammar confusion that should have outlawed the pronoun game by now.
He was a colleague of the man I seek. 10 years ago.
I see we're doing this X years ago thing again.
There was a war that engulfed the world. The Balkan War.
Roll credits.
And in that war was a pilot who trailed across the sky and disappeared from history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration.
Lone mercenary implies that Cypher did not have any wingman. But as we're about to find out, that's not true.
He is the man I seek. And so, with the words of Solo Wing, the curtain rises.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Text on screen that tells us the location is usually worth an immediate sin because it's accompanied by establishing shots of said location. But since we're in a fictional universe, and since both uses of text on screen so far have had a black background, and since this one is doing a cool snow effect, I'll be kind and subtract this in. Alright, at this point I'm gonna skip through the briefing because I don't have any sense for it. Let me just check on the chat. This is what it's like to do it live, and you guys can tell I'm not in the exact mode for sinning right now. Like I would go through so many takes and edit it. Like, you guys don't understand the effort that goes into it. Let me just check on chat. Yeah, Pixie works for ISAF. He never died. He said it was a true ace. Did it mention which one he was? I have a sin for that, but I kind of got rid of it. I wasn't sure. I wasn't too happy with that one. But again, these are not final. I could bring in new ones or take away some of these that you guys are hearing. Phil Collins, again, I don't know why, like, I don't know how I would be able to put that in a video or why I would send that, but... Oh, Ghost Spy, it's 2 months. Right. Not 1 month. Thank you. Pixie started working for ISAF at some point, like 10 years after... He's working for ISAF in this video. He has an ISAF hoodie in ACZ War, and at the end game, at the final cutscene, there's an ISAF flag on top of the building. I might bring that up in the video. We interrupt the Belkid War to show you this very long shot of the snowy mountains. Sixth Air Division, 66th Air Force Unit. I think we're getting a little obvious with the devil references, aren't we?
It's time to come down. This is Base Lab. Guess all you boys managed to get up.
All you boys? I only see 2 of us here.
Call 1, call 2, maintain present course. This is call 2, roger that. Bearing 315, Falcon bombers approaching. Nobody wants to bail out into a mountain of ice. We're counting on you, flight leader. All units prepare to intercept. Hell of a pay ready and waiting. That's only if we both make it through this alive. Be ready to pay up. We'll be back before you know it. Call team. Shoot down all enemy bombers. Don't let them get to our base. Call 2. Call all last from Call 1. Pre-engagement is on limited target operation. Roger. Awaiting your order, Cypher. You're Call 1 now.
Now? Were we not always GOM 1? Was there a previous GOM 1 that we served under? Why don't we know about him?
Yeah, go back to control station after he's over.
Now I don't know where the next sim is.
Look at these suckers and treat ourselves to a little hot whiskey.
Oh, I do want to bring up, I see people talking about it in the comments. I'm not playing. This is a video. This is from Blaze1337 on YouTube. I have played the games. I did not play them for the videos because I have no means of recording them. This is not me. I did not make this video. Kudos and credits to him. As for this is not Cypher's F-15. That's because you don't start with the F-15 when you start the game. You're restricted to the F-5, the J-35J, and... I'm blanking on the third one. I want to say it's a MiG-21, but I'm not positive about that. I can't remember which timestamp the next one is at. I might have it on my Google Drive. The F1. Thank you, guys. Why would their bombs matter out here? There's nothing for miles. This is just a big mountain range. Why would the bomber need to withdraw just because its IFF was inoperable? Why would it even need IFF? Can't they just use visual guidance to confirm the base instead? Pixie would be great at CinemaSins. Why are they telling Pixie to slow down instead of Cypher? Cypher's basically the one doing all the work right now. The next sin is after the mission ends, so... Here we are.
Base Commander Golem Team, the enemy attack unit has been successfully intercepted. I'd like to see how those Falcon cowards report back to their superiors.
I don't think they'll be reporting back to their superiors ever again. We shot them down over a mountain range, as I keep trying to remind this game.
Cypher, I had a feeling you and me are gonna get along just fine. Buddy.
That's not weird or creepy at all. Wait, Valais Air Base is in the mountains? How does that work? Do the pilots and air crews wear parkas under their uniforms?
Golem Team, you have permission to land.
It all started on that snowy day.
Game gives us a landing cutscene instead of a landing minigame.
My first impression was... he had potential.
Thanks to you, Belka's attack on Valais Air Base has failed. Your efforts will not go unrewarded. Your actions may well decide who wins the Balkan War. I, for one, will be counting on you.
Why are you patronizing us? We're just mercenaries paid to defend a base. At this point in the story, we're not deciding who wins wars. Ace Combat 0 unlocks the XO2 for you if you have an Ace Combat 4 save file, and then makes it ludicrously expensive, so you have to wait to get it anyway. So that's a sin, but, however, it's well played that the interviews with Pixie take place 2 months after the Usean War, which is when the XO2 was pretty much completed. The flavor text here says acquired from Erusian military records, and that actually makes some sense, so I guess subtract that sin.
The Balkan War is shrouded in mystery. But now, a decade after the peace accords, a portion of the records was finally released.
Wait, you're telling me all official records on the Balkan War were confidentially sealed for 10 years, and only in 2005 they decided to release some of them? It wasn't a secret war. Osea could have certainly released a few documents beforehand.
I quickly got a hold of it. Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources.
How do you acquire information from sources you don't even know? Anonymous sources, I understand, but you're a reporter. You shouldn't be using the words unknown sources.
There was a reason for my obsession.
Next one's actually in a few, so let me skip ahead a little. Oh.
And on March 25th, 1995, with the discovery of natural resources in Ustio, Belka began to invade its neighbors.
Why does this map only show Belka invading 3 countries? They had a beef with Rekta, Gebet, and the Fato. We even know from the game's websites that Belka did invade those 3 countries. So why doesn't this map reflect that?
It was the beginning of the Balkan War.
I would say roll credits, but they're already rolling credits in this cutscene, so not a sin, I guess?
Unprepared, each country fell quickly before the might of the legendary Balkan Air Force. In just a few days, they occupied all territories except for the mountain range. In response, the occupied Ustio government military placed all their hopes on a joint operation between Osea and the foreign mercenary forces. This, of course, can be found in any history book.
But then why did you say the war was shrouded in mystery?
But I noticed a strange similarity in the materials I gathered. There were several accounts about a mercenary, all followed by the code word, demon.
Strange Reel really has a boner for demon allegories, doesn't it? Alright, that is all of the sins that I've got for Mission 1. More or less. I've got a few others, ideas. There might be more, and some of these might be removed by the time the video comes out, so that's the preview I'm giving you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It seemed like chat did. How convenient that the place they didn't invade happened to be the home for mercenaries. I'm not sure what you mean. Say something about Belka placing a lot of warships in non-oceanic waters like the Futuro Canal. Why? That was strategically smart for them. I wasn't counting, Dave. Someone else should go back in the stream and count or something. I don't know what the total was there. Mobius, that's actually smart. I might use that. Brett Thompson confused on whether he's doing a biography or a documentary. I mean, it could be a docugraphy. Is that a word? Alright, I saved that one. Oh, Taco, that's just because the mercenaries blocked them from the mountains, so. Alright, let me get rid of pot player. Oh, there's the chat. I was wondering why it wasn't showing. That is actually super annoying. Oh, and I just realized whoops. I put everything wrong with ACS instead of Z. Huh. Alright, fix that. So yeah, that's all for that. Biomentary. That works better. Biodocs. So, I mean, that's basically it. I'm not sure what else I need to discuss. I gave you guys an update on my channel, on my Patreon. Please check my Patreon link in the description. Right now, what do you guys want to talk about? Ace Combat 7 related. I'm going to bring Ace Combat Fan on, so let me just update this. Move that little bit over. No, you're not gonna? It's not gonna. Okay. Alright. Let me close pot player. And let me call Ace Combat Fan. Hello?
I'm just here to say that Belka still hasn't done anything wrong.
Oh, of course not.
1 second, because I got a problem with my audio. I'll fix that in 1 second, Si. Anyways, carry on.
Well, guys, let me know if Ace Combat Fan is good on audio or not, because I can't tell easily what good range is on OBS. Belka did absolutely nothing wrong. Oh, Christopher, no, that's, that they keep firing their guns after being shot down. That's not really worth mentioning, because when an aircraft is shot down, it's not actually like Ace Combat. They don't just become a huge flaming fireball and then disintegrate in a big explosion. That's not what happens realistically. And a tail gunner would keep firing. They would try to get as many shots off and as many kills as they can before... He knows he's gonna die, so he's gonna go out with a bang if he can. It should be a sin.
Unless maybe the turrets are automatic or something like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. Belkin technology, man.
It's insane. Space magic. Belkin space magic is how we have 70 missiles. I think there should be a sin for being almost impossible to get Supreme Soldier medal. I don't know. It's not that difficult to get Supreme Soldier. Like, it's not as difficult as you might think. And if you have Ace Combat 5 save file, you don't need the Supreme medals at all for the Falcon. You just need all 3 A styles. Which character do you want to cameo in Ace Combat 7? Personally, I'd rather no cameo. Give us a whole 100% new cast. He's echoing? Is he really echoing?
Me?
I hope it's not my end. Because I know my desktop audio can sometimes come into the mic. Ugh.
Oh no. It means I can talk more about Belka twice.
Stereo Belka. Oh no, I think what they're... Okay, hold on. Are you guys... I think Ace Combat Fan, what they're talking about is your room echoing?
My room? No, because I'm listening to you on the headphones and talking on my microphone.
I don't know. Oh, Christopher, no, that's just inconsistency between the games. That's not exactly sin-worthy. Which modern bomber do I like the most? I don't really pay attention to bombers much. But I kind of like the,
BM? No?
I'm trying to... Hey, are you trying to test audio?
What?
What?
My voice is robotish?
What?
Is it because it's far? Let me bring my microphone. Is it? I don't know. I have no idea.
I need to hear it myself on the stream.
I was hearing you. You were fine.
Are you hearing yourself on the stream?
No, because I muted the stream. Like,
well.
don't hear. Because otherwise I'll be hearing the past.
Don't mess with Ace Combat Fan.
Belkin jamming at its finest.
Let me see this. No,
Yeah, I
that
can hear him.
yeah,
Can
you
hear
sound
myself
perfectly
now.
fine.
Hooray!
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Unless that's just like, are they hearing you live for the first time? Are you guys new to his live streams or something?
You
Or
never
maybe
know, yeah.
maybe their internet's, because if their internet's not working right with the stream, guys, refresh the stream if that might fix it for you. I don't know what it could be. From my end, I can't see anything.
On that note, net neutrality. Don't let the
Yes, net neutrality.
ocean corporations take over.
Don't let General Resource own the internet.
That's how they started with the electrosphere, and
That's how everything started.
Ouroboros is gonna come down, and it's bad. Bad, guys.
Genuinely serious. If any of you are in the United States, contact your representatives. Let them know about net neutrality. Get the FCC accounted for. If you don't live in the United States, spread the word, because this will affect you too.
You gotta think like that, guys, because the U.S. is kind of the role model for the world. So if it happens there, it's probably
the world's
gonna
gonna
happen in
follow.
other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which I think already happened in like Portugal or New Zealand.
New Zealand. They have
Portugal,
some
I think
weird.
too, which is it's bad, guys. It's bad.
This is what V2 was really for.
At least on the internet, there are no borders. See, Pixie would be happy.
Did you know, according to the Ace Combat Zero Perfect Guide, when Pixie launched the V2, he was launching it towards Osea.
Of course, that's where the evil lies. It makes
Exactly.
sense for me.
We're fighting for the princess.
The princess had a plan when she was like a kid already.
She built the V2 in her backyard.
Behind everything.
So, PlayStation experience, huh?
Oh yeah, talking about PSX, we're not sure if AC7 will be there or not, but I already talked to us, like, the plan is I'm gonna host the Stranger quiz once more at that time. So if AC7 shows up, then we're gonna see it live. We'll be there. If it doesn't, at least we can have some fun doing the quiz.
Yeah.
So just be prepared. December 9, I think what 9:30 is the time
Something
we
like
should
that. Yeah.
start. It's like half an hour before the PSX.
The problem is that it's less about Ace Combat and more that, like, the whole company, Bandai Namco, is not on that list at all. And Ace Combat's not the only game that they've got to show off. They've got Code Vein, they've got Dragon Ball, they've got they just announced something. I can't remember now what it
Nino
was.
Kuni, which is gonna be in 18.
Nino Kuni as well. That too. That's another thing. But they just put out a new countdown website for some anime that they have. I can't remember the name now.
Sword Art Online.
No.
I don't know. No, it's not the racing game because it has been released already.
Yeah, Project Cars. 2 is
Project
out.
Cars. Yeah.
My Hero Academia. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's a anime that I think Bandai Namco has some interaction with. I don't know what their involvement is, but they have a countdown website and it's related to that, and it's just a few days until they reveal that game. So, like, they've got a lot that they could go to PSX with, but they're not on the publisher list at all. And that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just Ace Combat, it's all of them. So I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. It might be a scheduling issue or something, but obviously we're keeping an eye on it, and Ace Combat Fan and I will let all of you guys know.
Yeah, but like you can never know. They might announce something a couple days before, or they want to make a surprise.
Or a surprise
that
appearance.
Make sense to surprise for all their games. And one of the factors I was wondering is because since Ace Combat 7 went to multi-platform, then maybe it's not gonna be featured because it's a PlayStation only event. But it was announced there like 2 years ago as a surprise.
But they still have VR exclusive to it.
Yeah, that's the one point that PlayStation still has the upper hand. So like you just never know. That's why you gotta pay attention.
Oh, Christopher Michael, it's not my quiz. You don't ping me. Ping Ace Combat Fan. That's his thing.
Wait, what is?
But I mean, you could just search on the wiki for any of those questions. Well,
No, don't say that's like.
no.
Gotta go on the ability. That's why the questions. Some of them you won't have time because of the delay. And for the time you look up, you won't have time.
You're right. You only have 30 seconds, but still. Quizzes in general. It's 2017. It's almost 2018. You can just Google at this point.
Oh, you can do the quiz offline if you want to, but to be a true ace, you gotta do it live.
Yeah,
That's
you got
the way
to
it
be on that
is.
leaderboard.
Yeah, if you're not on the leaderboard.
I
Doesn't
am
count.
so annoyed that I was late to your stream, because I really would have gone first place. I was so close.
Well, we'll see about that in the next quiz. Some of the questions that like you guys have no idea if you haven't been there.
Well, I use Ace Combat Fan's video footage for everything wrong with Ace Combat Zero. For the PS2 games, I've been using Blaze1337's footage. If it ends up that there's something extra that I might need that he didn't have, I'll probably contact Ace Combat Fan.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah. For 6, I might have to. Because there's not too many gameplay videos of that. And interesting thing, most gameplay videos for 6, some of the missions, everyone does the same operations. Like, what is it? Siege on Silvat.
Always comes from the left side.
Always
I
come
always
from the
do
left
that.
side. And Grace Maria, everyone goes for the air targets. Like, there's...
I don't. I usually do the marigold and
No,
then
you did the marigold, but like so many videos have the jammers and what?
No one supports the Dragon Busters.
No, no one does. That's the thing. No one goes on the far right of any of these missions.
No one cares.
And then Ragno, I gotta get all of them. Like, I might have to ask you for help on 6, but
Sure.
whatever's on YouTube, I'm just gonna use that as long as obviously the creators are fine with it. And Blaze has been very, very helpful, so. Does Connect work for Ace Combat 7? Nope. Can we talk about Project Wingman? 1 second. Let me just get through the rest of the chat that's come up. Yeah, I might not have gotten every question, but I would have aced that quiz if I was there the first second. Oh yeah, you gotta do the airfield, right? Ace Combat Fan, always get the airfields first.
Of course, because then you can resupply to go against Pasternak.
Exactly. Alright. So, Project Wingman. As it turns out, there's a public build of the next beta, or the next demo, alpha? I'm not sure what he's going to call it. He's almost done building the next demo. And holy crap, it's looking insanely good.
It's like Ace Combat 7 levels
Let me see
of
if I can...
graphics.
Oh, wow. That's the weird thing, because both games have a different... I don't want to say style, but they're taking different approaches to things like the cockpit HUD and
Yeah,
the radar and stuff like that, so...
but the quality though is like top notch.
It is pretty much like...
It's like Belkin quality.
When you play Project Wingman, you're going to get a pretty accurate representation of what the graphics will be like for Ace Combat 7 on PC, so... I'm not going to add a sin for every time Pixie says buddy. I mean, that would be a
He
funny...
doesn't say that much. He doesn't say that much.
Not that often, no. I could do that as a funny thing for post credits, but
Buddy.
but I don't know if I'm not sure. I haven't decided on the ending yet. I've got a lot of blooper ideas though.
Where can I get Project Wingman from Ray? They have the official website. You can get there.
Yeah, let me get that up. I'll post that in chat. that should be it.
Oh, on the buddy note, you could also make one whenever he says borders. Borders.
It's not that often though.
I know, but every time it's intense.
It's very intense.
Oh yeah, can someone do a remix with the buddy from Pixie?
Oh god.
Idea from Taco.
I would be no good at that.
Neither can I. The buddy remix.
Let me see if I can switch to Discord, because I'm not going to open up a web browser. That's going to murder my laptop.
Question or scene: why does the XBO fly so low with the rest of the bombers? It's gotta look cool, right? But I don't know. Maybe it would burn a lot of fuel to climb up.
Wait, when is...
I don't know.
At what point are you talking about? Or do you mean the ace in the first mission? Because if you mean the ace, that's just because aces are stupid.
What?
There's an XB70 ace, Val, in mission 1.
Oh, yeah, I confused that with the XBO.
No. There is a...
Because it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. There is
It's
an
always 'cause it's
XB70 in Excalibur's mission that flies at very high altitude, and he's running for it. Oh wait, no, it wasn't 70. It was a Blackbird. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Which version is the latest version? Whatever's on that download. Oh, Excalibur's cooler than a V2. V2 is just a standard Merv.
Excalibur can destroy the V2. That's what Excalibur was for.
Yeah, it's anti. Ballistic missile.
ICBM.
Yeah. Are you going to show Discord or not? That seems to be not. That's annoying. Okay. Let me see if I can download these pictures from Discord and put them up in Windows Explorer or something.
Oh no! Don't do Explorer, man.
No, Windows Explorer. The
Okay.
just open up in the file.
Okay.
No, not Internet Explorer. God no. Oh, Taco, I thought you were asking which one is a cooler weapon, not which one to draw. I mean, yeah.
You should always draw the coolest one, no?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, crap. I still play Pokemon Go, and I just got an alert that there's a rare Pokemon that's just spawning now. Okay, let me see if you'll show these images now. I want to show you guys the new stuff from Project Wingman.
Someone should make the Ace Combat go. You find the aces around.
Have you seen the parodies that were like finding an F-22 in the wild and capturing it with a...
No, I didn't see.
Oh.
You just gotta be careful with the borders when playing the game.
No. Like someone replaced the Pokeball with an Ace Combat Infinity, like one of those drop boxes.
Oh, I have to check that.
Ah, there we go. Okay, now let me bring that up in OBS. Nope, not that one. That one.
Sly, will you do everything wrong with Ace Combat games or mobile, like Ace Combat X?
When you say mobile, I think of XI, but X and joint assault. I don't know about joint assault. I don't know when I might do that, but I would really like to do X. Again, I'm not gonna say like when. I don't want to give promises that I can't keep or make people expect and hold me to something. But
Please understand, guys. Like it takes time to do videos like that, and like I might be able to do them a little bit faster than Sly, but he's also
Ace Combat fan. Uh, Discord is having a problem, guys.
have a good one. Careful with the borders.
Hey, Ace Combat fan.
Yep.
Uh, Discord lost connection with me for a second.
Oh,
Like
I was just saying.
well,
I was just saying.
sorry, sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying bye to one of the two Mobius Arrow. Oh, he was saying bye. He's still here. Maybe because I was dead. Okay.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, I'm back then. I guess. I hope.
I think my laptop is starting to choke. I'm gonna put it on the rest thingy. On a stand.
Alright, meanwhile, I'm still here. So, go for the topics, guys. What you wanna talk about? Now, I know some people, they have seen the Mobius emblem in Ace Combat 7. I just like to remind that doesn't mean it's Mobius 1. It's still Mobius Squadron, it doesn't mean it's Mobius 1, because
Yeah.
he was already talking about retirement, 2006, so let the old guy retire. I don't know, maybe maybe he's still there, like the elderly pilot. Kicking ass.
So if anyone doesn't know, Mobius Squadron was confirmed for Ace Combat 7 for the VR. You play as Mobius Squadron in VR. Don't know about Mobius 1 yet, but okay.
I mean, we're probably gonna have a Mobius one, but that doesn't mean it's the same Mobius one as
Yeah.
the other, our savior.
Oh, I'm a moron. Why am I bothering with Windows Explorer? I can just add the image itself. I'm a professional live streamer.
Is that a good reason to get the PS4 now?
No.
I kind of made the mistake when the game was announced in 2015.
Yeah.
And I didn't play it. The only game I've played is the Japanese game Gran Turismo, which is very recent. But if you're able to get the VR, if you want to get the VR, I recommend you to do, but not now. I know there's a new version of the headset coming up, so that might
It's
be
already
interesting to you. Oh, is it? The
Yeah,
second?
but you have to make sure that you're there's specific bundles that it's in, and some of the bundles that PlayStation is still selling still have the old model. So you have to be sure which one you're getting. The Gran Turismo bundle has the old one. Doom and Skyrim have the new one.
Yeah, be careful, guys.
I played War Thunder Camargo, but I couldn't really get into it too much.
As for War Thunder is good.
It's a good game.
It's a good game for sure. It's very easy to play. It lacks the story or the little bit of the soundtrack from the because like the thing is we come from Ace Combat, we compare to the best game, so it's kind of looking down. But at the same time, it's a very fun game. I just don't like the jets too much. There, I like the prop planes, but that's just my style.
Alright guys, I'm going to transition to Sorry, excuse me. A preview screenshot from Project Wingman. Or there's 4 of them, but this one is probably my favorite one. Oh, right, Ace Combat fan, you gotta wait until it's on the stream for you to see it.
Of course. AWACS Galaxy.
Ace Combat 7 doesn't count as that in Asia. It's not gonna come out earlier for that.
Oh, by the way, cool thing about Project, you can customize the color of your HUD.
Oh,
How
yeah.
cool is that?
Hawks is not coming back.
Probably not. I mean, if AC7 is like such a big success, maybe Ubisoft might think about doing
Potentially.
another one. But I don't know, maybe a different name than Hawks. You know what I mean?
Ace Combat 2 took place in 1997 and 1998, according to Aces at War. It wasn't just Legacy. It wasn't just a remake that did that. And Ace Combat 2 and Ace Combat 4 retconned air combat to be Phoenix. So
I would just have to go away for a little bit because I'm starving like a Lasafian citizen. So I'll be right back.
what kind of analogy? But all right.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna bring in another screenshot. I'm just gonna cycle through the 4. So this one is obviously gameplay. Oh, you can also move that those subtitles. You can have them on the bottom or have them on the top, whichever you prefer. That's a loading screen. I think that's either the loading screen or the title screen. I'm not sure. Ace Combat fan lives in Canada, but the money is drying up. I really do like how far the graphics are going here. I don't know how it'll compare to Ace Combat 7 when it's finally out, but that's just like a squadron flyby going on there. Then the last one, if Windows will let me. There we go. Who among the enemy aces do you find most appealing in Zero? Good question, actually. Maybe Silber. I think Silber really had that unique thing about being, you know, the old grizzled pilot who has gone through so many conflicts and has so much experience but wants to get out of the goddamn Air Force. As far as gameplay, though, I all of the squadrons, besides maybe Schwartz, pretty much operate the same way. No, I don't have. I never made any of my own fictional designs. Oh yeah, Schnee is a bro. All right, let me bring up an Ace Combat 7 shot. Welcome, Danish. I gave everyone the quote-unquote live preview of everything wrong with Ace Combat Zero Mission 1, and we've just talked about things like my channel, and we're just kind of chilling right now, talking about whatever chat brings up. Oh, whoops. That's too far zoomed in. Ah, come on, cooperate with me, OBS. There we are. Starscream, you just missed a couple of Project Wingman pictures, not Ace Combat.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I'll be eating. Thank you. I'll be eating, but I'll mute my microphone so you guys don't hear me eating my delicious taco. I have a question, Sly.
Go ahead.
I was thinking because as you know, fried chicken comes from Ostia, isn't that right? Ostian fried chicken. But I was thinking, who would represent Taco Bell in Stranger? Now, obviously, your first choice comes from Sappenbell, because you know they speak Spanish. But I was also thinking, why not like Ustio Bell because of the rectas and the bells?
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? It's so like
That's
gotta pick one. It's really insightful.
instead of Taco Bell, Freedom Bell.
No, that's too Ocean.
No, like that's what they call it. They call it the Freedom Bell in Ustia.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think? Should it be like an Ustian food or a Sapinish food? Anyways, carry on, Sly.
This has just been chilling. Like, we're just talking with chat. Anyone else find it weird that all Belkin squadrons are named after a German color? Not all of them. But, I mean, Aruja had a whole lot of... This is Blue 9. White 4, yeah?
On that note, I think maybe Belka influenced Erosia and that kind of naming system. So, just an idea.
According to Legacy, Albireo, or not specifically Albireo, but the squadron leader, oh my god, what was his name? I am blanking on his name, holy crap.
I haven't played, so I do not
Edgar
recall.
Grint. His call sign was Bird's Eye. He became like this after he was shot down by Phoenix. He became like a symbol for Aruja, and it's after him that Aruja started naming their squadrons after birds. Hence, Yellow Squadron, Aquila Squadron.
Oh, that's interesting.
Aurelian Bell.
Yeah. No, we're really gotta find something else. There's too many bells already. Aurud burgers.
All of Aruja's bomber squadrons are named Grey Squadron. Oh, Gren, don't bring that up. I don't... No.
Aruja has fine strawberry shortcakes, a favorite dish from the princess.
The princess is a strawberry shortcake.
Oh!
No, I'm meaning that as like she's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like strawberry shortcakes, by the way.
Okay, that was really bad.
What?
I don't know. That sounded weird in that context.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about food. I'm eating right now.
So why is this?
Don't
getting
understand.
staticky? hang on just 1 second. I'm gonna restart Discord. Hang on just 1 second, guys. Discord is gonna take its sweet time to restart. Oh, someone asked about my laptop specs. It's a few years old. I don't pay attention to the specs on this thing too often. That you're probably hearing because I live near a commercial airport. Well, two of them actually, JFK and LaGuardia. Gotta love New York air traffic. Oh my god, Discord. So insanely slow. Hello?
Balcon jamming.
Ugh, this is going so slow. You have no idea.
I lived in Brazil. I know how internet how slow the internet can go. It's a very interesting experience.
I could shill for money and say, well guys, I could put together a gaming PC if you all come to my Patreon, link in the description below. Haha. That hurt. No, I'm not really into plane spotting. I mean, I'll see an aircraft in the air, I'll be like, huh, cool. But I'm not gonna... I don't really, like, pay attention that often. Especially since New York airspace after 9/11 is pretty restricted, so I'm not going to see things like F-22s or F-16s or any, like, transports. I'm not going to see anything like that. It's mostly 747s and Airbuses. All the passenger jets.
If you see a fighter jet in New York, you know the situation is bad.
If you see a fighter jet in New York, things are wrong. Very, very wrong. Cameron Wright, you might be thinking of Top Gun. I know Top Gun played with DFM-like modes.
Oh yeah, I played that game. It was I would say the gameplay was better than Assault Horizon.
Really?
Yep.
I couldn't get my head wrapped around it. I couldn't understand it.
It's because like you can play most of the game without the DFM in Top Gun, which is good. And for the Top Gun DFM mode, you're not like in rail that much, but you can only hit the guy if you like the sequences. It's like you gotta do the right combination in a very short amount of time to keep behind the guy, otherwise he's gonna switch the position. So I thought that was better than Assault Horizon. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been in Southeast Asia servers. I don't know Croatia. I don't know Brazil. I know, guys. And I'm sorry that if you guys are still hearing Ace Comment Fans static, but I can't do anything about that right now.
Please come to Brazil.
Oh,
Best thing ever. No, am I static? Why? I just muted when I was eating.
wait, what?
Wait, what?
What? I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Neither do I. Anyway, how about DFM in Infinite Warfare? I have not played that game.
Neither have I.
And I did not have the intention of playing that game. But it's okay, you don't need... Because you already have DFM in Call of Duty World War II. I was looking at it, I was like, oh no, they did it. the cycle is complete. Ace Combat became Call of Duty, and Call of Duty became Ace Combat, both in bad ways.
Did you manage to play? Do you have Battlefront 2?
No.
Good.
did
Continue
not,
boycotting.
I really thought, like I should buy these new games and do playthroughs of them, but I thought about it. Even if people get to know me via these playthroughs, that doesn't mean they like playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, how are they gonna do? So I'm not gonna do them. And and I'm really glad I didn't buy Star Wars, the gambling game.
No. No, because I wanted to mention I played the beta. I played it on stream. And
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, were you there? Were you watching? I can't remember now. It's been a while since the beta, actually. Because that space combat was so much fun.
It looked fun. I gotta admit that.
I think that's like the best part of the game that people keep talking about.
That's why they need to know Ace Combat, because it's like that.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
a game about that.
We need Galaxian Heroes. Whatever game that was supposed to be in space with the Ace Combat engine, make that happen.
Make that happen, Bandai, please. So much opportunity that it's only you making these kind of fly games, like, not indie games, like Project Wingman and others, but the responsibility is on you.
Was the little girl taking shelter in the V-22 that didn't take off in for a bounty confirmed the princess? No, she's not confirmed to be the princess. Some people are running by that theory, but and it seems like a plausible theory to me.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know for sure.
The thing is that if the commander is
The
from
Supreme
like
Commander,
a the Supreme Commander is from a fascist regime, that probably means he's not the king or royal family. Then how is the princess? Like, how does she fit in there? We don't know.
Or if they weren't fascist before and then they became fascist after Ulysses or something, they brought in the royal family as the leaders. Who weren't?
It doesn't make. I mean, Italy did that. Technically, the king was still king of Italy in World War II, just that he didn't actually do the stuff because Mussolini took over. But officially, he still was the boss. Officially.
So maybe they could have gone with that, pretty much combined Mussolini and the king of Italy.
Yeah, like make the king the puppet back then, and the Supreme Commander take over.
So I don't know, like they could still have involvement. We don't know for sure. It's just theorizing right now.
Yeah.
Sly, when are we gonna play Rocket League? I don't know. Whenever. Whenever I feel like it.
Anytime it's time for Rocket League.
Can we talk about Star Wars Battle Pod and Mock Storm?
Battle Pod?
Yeah. Did you play Mock Storm?
Maybe the PSP one.
No. Mock Storm, the arcade DFM.
Oh, no. I never found that.
So, he can't talk about it, but I can. Holy crap. Mock Storm is a lot of fun. I'm saying that as a guy who was mostly okay with the DFM system, but, like, DFM was pretty much built for arcade. Like, it works so much better there. You just need to keep your eye on the ball and just fire on everything you got. The missions can get a little tricky. Like, they kind of throw a lot at you. And the machine is actually pricey to pay for. And each mission, like, you have to pay, like, what is it, $2 each mission? So it's actually pretty expensive for an arcade game, but you do get a full experience. You have the full cockpit. You have fans underneath your feet that when you go really fast and when you're taking off, they blow in your face so you feel like as if the wind is rushing past you. You have the joystick and everything, and it's a humongous display. So, and the weird thing is they got a lot of bosses. They got the Aigion. You pretty much tear up the Aigion over Tokyo. And it's like, it's the black Aigion from Infinity, but it's just by itself, so.
Wow. I just wish I had the chance of playing it. Like I don't mind the $2. It looks good.
It was a lot of fun to play. All the soundtrack was from Legacy, I think, and maybe there was one from. I mean, Legacy and Joint Assault 2, whatever they combined.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a local leaderboard for each machine, and a ranking system too. Like there's one rank that tells you you're the demon lord of the skies.
Oh, the references.
Exactly. But then, so they took Mock Storm and pretty much did the same thing. They repurposed it into a Star Wars game. So it's literally Star Wars DFM. You don't get missiles because obviously X-Wings don't have missiles, but the machine gun and everything else, like, you still fly as if it's DFM, and it's the exact same system and everything. And the whole pod is the same. Like, it just goes to show Ace Combat can be versatile.
Just go to show that it's still the flight genre that it's still there, and most people don't realize that it's becoming less popular. But hopefully Ace Combat 7 will change that.
I hope that Ace Combat 7 will change that for the general mainstream public. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has the space battles, space combat, and that's the best part of the game, so people are paying attention to that. Project Wingman is going to come out as an indie game on Steam too. That might get some attention. It's a better time for flight games now than we were a few years ago, I think.
That's why with Ace Combat 7 being great again, we can make even the whole genre. Maybe even Hawks will come back. Probably not as good.
It'd be crazy if it did.
It's a comeback.
Yeah,
It's like it has to be successful.
Trigger was transferred from Mage Squadron to Spare Squadron at some point in the story. That's gonna be us, so.
Yep.
Mihai is not Yellow 13. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, yes, I was just gonna say that the transition happened in between Mission 3 and the
Whatever mission number that is.
Yanchi Valley mission yet. But Trigger has 3 strikes, but all his teammates apparently only have 1. So why is that?
I thought I saw one with 2 strikes. I'm not sure.
I did not recall. I just thought it was 1.
I'll say I do not recall. No, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of details we're still missing. Star Wars doesn't need missiles. Get good.
Get good.
It's a laser gun game and only that for the X-Wings. I mean, obviously there's missiles, but that's not the primary weapon. What if Project Wingman goes to consoles? You'd have to ask RBD2. He was thinking of it, but that's not something that he can do for a while. At least I think he'd have to release the game on Steam first, and then we'll see after that.
It's a lot of work, guys.
It's a lot of work to get a console game released. I mean, any game, honestly.
And he has a very small team.
The Danish
Like
Mihai is Mihai. He doesn't need to be anyone. None of these characters need to be anyone. We can have original characters. 6 did it. X did it.
And especially if you're bringing a game for the new people. If you have like, this guy's from this game is like, I didn't play this game, so I think I'm missing out on a lot of stuff.
It wouldn't be a good experience for new players. What are your thoughts on Ace Combat 3?
Boom.
I think I think the game's story is a mile wide and an inch deep. They tackled a whole lot of concepts. They brought in a whole lot of story, but it didn't have too much of a payoff. There wasn't too much character development. I mean, you could argue that Fiona had some character development and maybe Reyna, but most characters are pretty much one archetype. And the the story events are kind of basic. Like, just everything seems to happen, and then a lot of the cutscenes throw a whole, like, they regurgitate a lot of exposition at you sometimes. The worst offender is the Ouroboros announcement. I
slept on the first one.
Oh my god, yeah, like it's so long and so boring.
It's like, so we're gonna do this and this, and you're like, I've been here for like 3 minutes. Can we just get to the point? And even with the translation, some of the stuff I did not understand because of I have no idea.
Ace Combat 3, I'm going to get burned at the stake for saying this. The Ace Combat 3 international version was a proper sequel to Ace Combat 2. My explanation for that is, well, they neutered there were no briefings, but Ace Combat 3 had, the international version had in-between mission cutscenes that explained some story to you. It wasn't a lot of story, there were no characters, there was no voice acting, but the gameplay evolved, the missions were basic, but so were Ace Combat 2's. The mission scripts were pretty similar. The problem is, the international version of Ace Combat 3 is mediocre gameplay that shines brighter on a simple story. The Japanese version is a mediocre story on mediocre gameplay. In my opinion. Obviously, there are a lot of people that love Ace Combat 3, and I'm not shitting on you guys or your opinions. That's bad beeping.
Yeah, that's me. That was my PlayStation.
I think a lot of Ace Combat 3 needs to be reworked. A lot of its material, like, not just on a canon standpoint to fit with modern Strange Reel. Personally, I just think a lot of 3 itself, all of the events, all of the characters, I think all of that just kind of needs to be reworked. It, again, a mile wide, an inch deep. It wasn't a very compelling story. It wasn't... It was just kind of boring. I'm sorry, but it was. Not that you need to be you don't need to be God you don't need to be Mobius 1 in every single Ace Combat game. Just, the characters that are there with you, they need to go through development. For example, Ace Combat 4, Yellow 13 goes through changes because he recognizes the little boy wasn't as friendly with him as he thought. The little boy himself goes through changes growing up through the war. Ace Combat 5 does not have a lot of character development, so I'm going to skip that. 0, PJ and Pixie, the most important characters, they go through their own development. You know, better storytelling could be done for 3, in my opinion.
May I speak in defense of Ace Combat 3?
Please, go ahead. Like, go ahead, please.
I understand your point of view. But one of the things I really like about Ace Combat 3 was the setting. It's very different from any setting you might imagine. It's like,
yeah.
We start with the corporate world, and then in Ace Combat 3 we have the transition from corporativism to transhumanism.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's really ideologically deep, Ace Combat 3.
Philosophically and, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's really like, you gotta think about it. That's why some of the stuff is like really complex. And I like the take on the story that you see multiple perspectives of the same thing. Like, the story, it doesn't matter. The stuff still happens. What it matters is how your position in that story is, your perspective. Because if they're gonna shoot out the plane, they're gonna try that. Are you gonna defend it, or? But they will try. And so I really thought it was a really interesting concept, and that ties with the ending as well as simulation. So that way you can explore the different angles in a kind of sense. I understand there's not much story with like the characters. It's kind of like Yeah, which is this. But with the world building, I think there's a lot on that. But they made, I think, a little bit too complex on the world building, and some of the cutscenes are a bit boring. They made me sleep sometimes.
That's what I mean. That I understand the themes that it tackled were really compelling. Like, there's a lot of comparisons to Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I should.
I need to as well. But like I understand like the themes that it tackled are crazy for an Ace Combat game of all games. But
I think that goes with the when the game was being made, like the late 90s.
Yeah,
as internet was becoming a thing, like a really big thing.
That was a very big issue back
and
then.
the electrosphere is like the internet. So I kind of understand their take on the futuristic. It's like Back into the Future, what they thought we were gonna have the flying cars, which we didn't. Yeah, but it's kind of like what they thought the internet would be. And I think there's a movie where the people live in this world in Earth, but like instead of going out on the street, they have some robots that they transition to, like with the mine. It's kind of like Ace Combat 3 kind of thing. I just thought the setting was, I think, the major point in Ace Combat 3. This is interesting, although a little bit too heavy for the casual gamers.
There is something to be
myself,
said about
too.
the fact that you have, what's the word? I guess agency, that you can select, like you can take in events and then make your decision on what you want to do. Like, well, is Fiona being jammed? Is that why they can't talk to us, or are they really trying to defect? Do you want to kill Fiona, or are you going to save her? So I do get that, but I think it never went far enough, especially with the transhumanism. Which ending was it that you fought Dician in the Electrosphere? Was that UPO?
What? You saw yourself in the eyes? I think that was no, I think that was Ouroboros. The Ouroboros ending.
Oh, which
that you
one?
went to.
There's two of them.
Oh no, some people I just call one of them the Ouroboros one. The other one I call the self-aware. It really depends. Like the one where you stick with vision throughout, like for instance the beginning. You go general, then Ouroboros.
Yeah, that's what it is. General to Ouroboros. Okay. That's the only time that I think they really went hard on the concept of he's not real, but neither are you. And you don't know that yet until you've seen all 5 endings, but that's the gist of it. And the whole transhumanism thing is, I just don't think it was explored enough. That's what I mean by 1 inch deep. They tackled the issues. I mean, no, they mentioned the issues, but they didn't exactly tackle them. Again, just my opinion.
Like specifically.
Yeah, they never went far enough. They sort of, so many
Touched
people.
it.
Yeah. Apparently, like, so many people, like Nagase of all people, went through sublimation, but the only ones that you actually know for sure were Dician and Cynthia, and maybe Reina, but I wasn't too positive about that. Reina's cutscenes when she's with Ouroboros are very, very weird too. I just think like they need to rework the story, because all of those issues could certainly be tackled, but a whole lot, like on a whole deeper meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Besides just because Dician's still a plane. Like, they're all still planes. You just shoot down the plane. That's it. Like, there's not much else to do. So maybe the gameplay is just wrong for this kind of issue of transhumanism. But I would like to have seen them do a little bit more. That's all. If we're gonna somehow, some way, we are going to have to tackle Ace Combat 3 again in the future of this series. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, because a lot of it needs to be retconned. But
yeah, especially the approach on how the corporations are taking over.
Exactly, that's the biggest one.
I mean, you can say that Ace Combat was just a simulation. That's all good, but but you still need that background on how the corporations got there and that kind of stuff.
My main concern now is that there's an IUN and NUN. Where's the UPO and SARF? Where's the IUN PKF in this?
Yeah, Strangers needs a lot of
There's a whole lot of cleaning up to do.
United Nations to clean up the mess every war. It's like, well, we failed. Guess what? We need another United Nations to fix the issue. Guess what? War happens again.
I also wanted to mention something. Apex 721 said, but that's basically the same problem with Legacy. Excuse me. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Legacy does have no character development at all. But it was on a 3DS. Like, there's a huge difference there. 2 never had a story. And then they added, again, a simple bare-bones story, but they connected 2 into the Strange Real world that's, you know, the modern Strange Real that we all know now. And they had characters, they had story events, they had things there. They didn't need character development because it's not a mainline game. But 3 was the sequel to Ace Combat 2. It was the last PlayStation 1 game. So
3 was very, very ambitious.
it was a very ambitious game, and that's why it never got internationally released. It wasn't Namco back then. It wasn't their fault. It
was like so. I mean, you see the amount of work they put into the cutscenes and
all the animations and everything.
Yeah.
And all the CG stuff that they made in the trailers and things.
Like, that was insane.
Insane. I can't imagine what the budget on that game was like back in the day. But it makes sense why it never got internationally released. They didn't make a whole lot of sales on that. It was worse than 2. More or less.
I would say it was like an overtly ambitious game at the time. And the take that they did.
Maybe it was ahead of its time. Like, maybe they couldn't tackle those issues better. I don't know. I mean, those issues are still present.
Yeah. But I would say it was definitely a game ahead of its time. Because, especially for the first games, the story was more simplistic at that time. Nowadays, that we're seeing games with more complex story.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean. So I'll just say it was a little bit ahead of its time. Maybe too much.
Ace Combat 6 made it to where you respected your foe in Pasternak. Bullshit. Like, Pasternak was a discount wannabe Yellow 13. He shows up in one mission. He shows up with the cheapest, the UAVs, come on!
Yeah, where did they come from? Excuse me?
Where did all this come from?
What?
And he's such an edgelord with his dialogue. It's time to let my sins take reign. This is the inevitable fate Ulysses has heralded in. What the
The war has just begun.
What is this?
Calm down there, buddy.
That doesn't count as characterization. Again, that's like the whole... who was it? Keith in Ace Combat 3. He's... his main shtick is trying to be an ace pilot. And... who's the other one? Eric. Eric's only goal in life is to murder Park. That's the kind of thing that I mean. It's so one thing, one-dimensional. There's the word, one-dimensional. Pasternak is kind of one-dimensional. Sure, he has respect for Talisman, but I mean, that's it. He has UAVs.
Endless. Where's the Yellow 13 gentleman way of fighting? Oh, he didn't fight in a fair fight because it was 5 yellows, but it's better 5 yellows than some unlimited UAVs.
What? What are you referring to?
No, because Yellow 13 had that idea of being more like a fair fight.
Yeah.
Pasternak was, well, we're gonna fight, but let me just bring my endless UAVs here.
Exactly.
Hey. It's not like the UAVs were targeting the other allied planes. No, it's just this Garuda.
Let me get the guide out. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, shame for display.
Yeah, that's not fair to say that he had endless UAVs. Give him a break. He had only 116. Yes, that is exactly how many UAVs there were. The Xbox 360 actually couldn't render all of them at once. They could only do, what was it, 26 at a time. You could only have 26 UAVs on screen. But it sure felt a whole lot more to 26.
We did. Oh my god, I did not know
116.
the scale. Like, oh my god.
If you shoot down all 116, they do, like, they're done at that point, but still.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to land at Grace Mary Air Force Base one time,
I
refuel,
would-
rearm one more time.
I would actually really like if if you could make a video of that or something, or someone else do, like, shoot down all UAVs.
I might be able to do that if it's like on the easy with the Nosferatu, because it's like it might take some time.
No, do it the Ace way.
It
Get the F-15.
might take a couple of hours for me to get it. No, that's the challenge, man. I think it's a bit too much. But hey, if someone in the comments wants to try, you're most welcome.
Is that a challenge? Yes, that's a challenge. Someone
That's
do
a
it.
challenge. Do it now.
I'm actually curious, how are there so many planes in Weapons of Mass Destruction? I don't remember how many planes there are. Let me check the guide again. At that end stage.
And you know, that makes me think about it. Like, how could the Astro Wagners put the chandelier on a freaking iceberg?
Oh, that was the
Like-
point. They wanted... Well, it wasn't an iceberg that was in danger of being melted. They are better about global warming than we are.
That's why America have defeated with the global warming. Hey, everyone, let's help the war effort. Turn on your cars and let them run idle. Eventually, we'll get there. The missiles will stop.
Mission accomplished. We'll get them next time.
But yeah, that was Ace Combat 6 for you.
7 plus 5.
I'm actually now interested in that challenge. 126 or 16?
116.
116.
Hmm. 16, 22, 24, 32, 36, 40, 41. If I'm looking at this guide right, there's about like 25 to 40 aircraft at the end of Weapons of Mass Destruction. But again, not at the same time. They all have like spawn conditions, but oh, Camargo says to do
brutal.
it with an A10. All 116.
Oh, damn.
Well, Liberation of Grace Maria isn't even possible with an A10. Well, maybe it is, but I mean, like, it's really difficult. Guns only.
Especially. Guns only, no way.
No.
Stop the suffering. Don't do it.
Someone mentioned, what if there was a Cold War era Ace Combat? I'm
But
actually
but
less...
here's the thing.
Yeah?
Cold War is supposed to be cold.
Yeah. I'm sure there were proxy wars. I'm sure there was a Vietnam or Korea in Strange Real.
Just keep bombing and you would have the F-104 again. Background story on the F-104. Speaking of which, I started
You've got your video.
researching, yeah, about the F-104, or the first plane, like non-fictional plane to be featured in the Know Your Plane series. Man, that plane is interesting. Like, in the first versions of the F-104, the ejection seat was going down, not up. Like, it was messed up. Lots of people died though. Then they switched to upward firing ejection seat. That is a very interesting point. And it did serve in Vietnam.
A speedrun challenge to shoot down the UAVs in the least time. But how many people would we get that are interested in doing that?
Yeah, and if you're shooting down the UFOs, you gotta shoot all of them down. Right?
Huh?
No, if you're gonna shoot down the UVs, you gotta shoot all of them down. Otherwise,
No,
like,
yeah, but like, who does it like do it as fast as possible? Like if you had a speedrun challenge with other people to shoot them down. I mean, I don't know.
the FA44, ADMM, always. I cannot imagine a different combination. Makes me wonder sometimes because people do speedruns. Maybe I think they should go with not so badass planes. Cause like TSL, then like yeah, you made the mission in like 10 seconds. That's just my thought anyway. Oh, by the way, the shooting down the jets with bombs, you can do that in AC Combat 4 because I did the first mission.
You can
But
do
you
that
can
in
only
all of
destroy
them.
the bombers. But you can only. I saw the guy, the Japanese guy, but
Who did Ace
I think
Combat
he-
0 bombs only?
Yeah, like
Those videos got removed.
what?
Yeah. From YouTube at least. I know they were on Nico Nico, but yeah, they.
Was behind this screen? And I think it was the same guy. I'm not sure if the same guy, but the same group of people. They also made HCON 5 just with the gun. I think on the A10, and they were talking to Kono back in the days. Like I think it was shortly after HCON 5 was released. Then and Kono was like, "Oh, like how can you do that? Like the whole game, guns on." I like it's a bit too much. All the UAVs guns only. No, don't do that.
No.
You're gonna waste your life.
You guys forget those UAVs fly like Camillas. It's really difficult to gun them.
Even though Ace Combat 6's gun is overkill, but you still gotta hit the target.
Ghost Spy, that kind of speed run, like I would love if Games Done Quick did Ace Combat, but they wouldn't bother with a cannon. They would go with whatever planes would be best.
That's the thing. When you compare the aces, you should take in consideration the plane, the cannon plane too. That's what I think. Like Cypher with the F-15 back in the days where they already had stealth, but no, I'll find the F-15 probably.
I would love that
enhances
kind of thing.
think.
Side stories DLC. Like-
Yeah, that's one of the things I think they could do. Like maybe like a free Aruja DLC. Like you just play the arcade mode of Ace Combat 5.
Oh, I would
like
love
in-
an arcade mode rehash for Ace Combat 7. I would love to bring the arcade mode back. Do it online and have leaderboards.
Yeah. And one other thing that they can bring in for Ace Combat 7 in terms of DLC, I think it's just like maps. You can always do that. Like Area B7R, and you get to play that online. And adding those, it's not going to ruin your experience in the games.
That
No,
kind of
like
segregates the
EA.
multiplayer community, though.
But it's just a map. Like,
I know, but then you have to have a rotation of DLC maps or normal maps or both. It becomes like really annoying. That's why most games have stopped doing that and made all maps free.
but then otherwise, what else are they going to bring to AC7? Like planes? You can always bring planes
They're
or
going
skins.
to be doing planes and skins. That's definite.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh, we're gonna bring the X2, but you're gonna have to pay for it, and then by paying for it, you'll be able to kill everyone online, which is kind of bad.
Yeah, Cameron, most people have seen that. Whoa, what was that?
It's a classic. Sorry, it was me. It's a classic cutscene.
Oh no, Have you seen the guy that made it in Arma? Or was it Arma or
Not,
DCS?
wasn't this yes? I think it was this yes.
I get those two mixed up a lot. I'm not a simulator air combat fan. Don't kill me. Why do we have Idolmaster planes? Because that's a Namco property. And
Because they are Japanese.
yeah, the Japanese fans, like, they cross a lot between Idolmaster and Ace Combat, so...
Like, we are, most of us, we're Western. You're not supposed to understand that. Just don't even try.
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing. It's not for us.
Just accept it. Or not even accept, just let it be.
Hopefully the VR gimmick they're going with works for the public. It's not a gimmick, but like it's a fully fledged mode. And it is working well with the public. Like Ace Combat was made for VR, and Kono knows that.
That's what you imagine, like the arcade experience, like when we
Yeah.
were talking about before.
Max
Max
Storm
Storm.
and Star Wars, both of those games, the teams that worked on them are helping with the VR. So everything wrong with Ace Combat Advance? The game?
It's just the whole game.
I can't do that. There's nothing to send.
I have only briefly played that game.
The J-20 is a shit aircraft. What's the Kai T-50?
I don't even know which one that.
Oh, South Korean.
Google. Oh, the one they're wasn't it the one they're doing with Indonesia?
That looks like a Super Hornet. That looks like a small, chubby Super Hornet.
Actually, it does. That's not stealth.
That's supposed to be stealth?
No, it's a wait. The Golden Eagle is a South Korean supersonic advanced trainer and light combat. Yeah, I think trainers and light combat maybe
And
not.
of course, developed by Kai with Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, I mean they could always add those planes to DLCs. I wouldn't mind that. You never know.
Yeah, but
It's like not. I don't expect it to be in the main game. It's just like, hey, South Korean fans,
Yeah.
you wanna be patriotic? There you go. Play this with your plane.
I would love to see if they actually do bring in Thailand's Indonesia's fighter.
Do they have one?
I can never remember what it's called except the fuck one.
The what?
It's the FCK one, but yeah, the IDF. Oh, Taiwan, not Thailand.
Yeah, Taiwan. That's what it was. The Qingkuo
Yeah, the IDF. I don't know why I
don't
said
judge me.
Thailand.
on my pronunciation.
I
They should
I
also-
would really like to see that. It's like an F5, but
But from Taiwan.
from Taiwan.
Yeah.
And Kono said he would love to see if he could because he didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, I think he said he was interested in that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just makes me feel sad because Brazil doesn't have any jet fighter. They do have prop fighters, but, you know.
We need a prop game, like a proper Ace Combat prop game. Ocean War, 1905 to 1910. Give me that. Give me that game.
I think it's a little bit too old with the
I know, but
biplanes,
they had-
triplanes.
They've had the Pistons so well done in Infinity, Joint Assault, Skycrawler. Whoops, well done in Skycrawlers is a stretch, but
It's a wee game.
it's a good game. Just some of the things, the stupid wind thing is always gonna bother me about that game.
Why?
That
In real-
wind pushes you around like you're like 10 miles away when you hit a wind shear.
Well, that was a little bit too much, but they kind of do that in real life. I felt it once.
That badly though? Like, do you remember the mission where you had to you weren't escorting, you were pretty much piloting an aircraft, and the only thing you had to do was get through to the return line.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and you were being fired upon, and you had to deal with the wind, and the wind was pushing you into the goddamn cliffs. Like,
Oh, I recall. Those are some fun moments there.
they have that in Ace Combat 7, but not that bad.
I mean, it all depends also relative to the speed. Like, if you
I
fly
know,
slow
I know.
plane, you're gonna notice more.
But
Because I flew planes and I felt it.
But
And I was like,
do you
oh my
remember
God.
seeing your like speed gauge? You even pointed it out, like, I'm not going 100 because it was pushing you halfway across the map.
Yeah, good moments. I mean, it's kind of realistic, but not. I mean, the effect is realistic, but not in the
Not to the degree.
proportions. It was, yeah.
I mean, Ace Combat doesn't
That's a
need to be
little bit too
realistic,
much.
but for a gimmick in a mission, like an escort mission, it was too much. And then the Orishina battle had that too at some point.
It just makes me sad inside.
I'm still going to claim that Orishina was the source of Suleimani.
The what?
The Sule
Oh, yeah.
maneuvers. She uses them. It's just
And the
yeah.
the setting too is similar. It's like
Pretty much.
the sunset, 101.
And the whole dialogue, like you can't fire on her while she's giving you a speech. He does the same thing.
Though she was better, she didn't have a machine gun.
She wasn't flying a jet fighter. It made sense with her prop plane.
No, the thing with Suleimani is like, hey Suleimani, okay, we defeated you once time, we defeated you again. Alright, I guess we gotta go another battle against you so you can avenge yourself. And like, he's like, I'm gonna prove I'm better than you. Dude, you lost like 2 battles already with Antares. It's just, it's just funny.
Also, about the questions about VR, they have a separate protagonist because they didn't want anyone who plays without VR is going to do the main story, and you're not going to miss any story because the VR is a different squadron, it's a different conflict. The thing is, the VR conflict, Kono has said already, it is the same war as Ace Combat 7, which means Mobius Squadron is fighting in the same war as Trigger, just on a different front. We don't know if they're going to intersect at any point, but it's the same war. But you're not going to miss any story if you don't play VR, or if you're not on PS4.
It's probably just like it's just a side story,
It's
guys.
just a side story, it's not going to be that major.
But you can have fun, that's what matters. War Thunder is still aiming for realism 5 controls. Yeah, but that's kind of one of the things that differ themselves with Ace Combat. Ace Combat is like everyone can play, or learn how to play in the beginning. It's kind of, that's the approach. Also, there are different elements that go into an Ace Combat game that the War Thunder doesn't have, like the story, the music, dialogues. Instead of saying, "Oh, you got a hole in your left wing," then it comes more stuff.
Oh. Ace Combat fan, have you done X or Joint Assault multiplayer yet?
I made Joint Assault multiplayer back in the days when people still played it online on the PSP.
But on the emulator.
Oh no, I tried it once, it didn't work.
So, one of the members in the major Ace Combat Discord server got it working, and he posted a quick video guide about it. I would love if we could somehow manage to get that happening again.
Oh yeah, hooray, we can do that. Let's get a Ace Combat tourney going. That would be an interesting one. From Gran. Lion said, what are your favorite European jets?
Ooh, Typhoon.
I like the Rafale. It's just beautiful. But too expensive. Reason why Brazil didn't buy it. Ace Combat 7 will be at the PSVR server.
No, he's saying
What?
that Ace Combat 7 is going to be a reason people will buy PSVR. Which is kind of true.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true for me, but I think so, but I think that's only gonna happen after people find out about Ace Combat 7. Because, like, most of them don't know.
Still waiting for a release date, still waiting for pre-order information, still waiting for multiplayer information. Oh, someone mentioned, what if Ace Combat 7 was offline only? Or I don't know if you meant online only. Neither of them makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we have a story mode.
Are you saying, like, Gran Turismo to even do it, like, if you play just, like, the race offline, you need the online connection? I don't think so, because that just doesn't make sense. If you know what I mean. Yes, I understand your feels. Metroid Epic. That's also that's the same thing I did. Although I bought it early, just because I wanted to be more comfortable with the technology.
The marketing is relatively strong as far as an Ace Combat game is concerned, but it still doesn't have a release date. They can't market it too heavily yet.
Yeah.
And it showed up at a bunch of events now. E3, Tokyo Game Show, Paris Games Week, Gamescom, PlayStation Experience. I believe it was at a Comic-Con as well. I'm not sure which one.
Wasn't it Spain or something?
No, oh, no.
They had something in Barcelona, I think.
Oh, yeah, Barcelona did have something, yeah. I think Mexico did too.
I'm not sure. I remember one of my friends in Brazil said Ace Combat 7 was there, but it was like a really small event, and like no one knew about it, and it wasn't like even in one of the major cities. And they were like, how did the game get there? And I didn't know about it. Yes, online multiplayer will be there. We just don't know how.
Yeah, we don't know what it's like.
Which, it's kind of the thing that I'm most worried about, is the online, because that's what keeps the game alive for new people. Like, for us, like, man, we still play Ace Combat.
We're still discovering new things in the campaigns.
Like, yeah. Ace Combat never gets old. No, please, no Apaches. No. Bad. That's bad. Very bad.
Taco,
So if yeah, go ahead.
Taco, what do you mean? It's just a stick with an X on one end of it. It's not that difficult. Yeah, of course Danish. Of course Mihai's an ace. He just doesn't have to be Yellow 13. There's more than one ace.
He could be a veteran from the Erusian ISAF war.
He probably is.
Like, I was back in that sky. I saw Mobius. Unfortunately, I came back alive. I would try helicopter games from Project Aces. Haven't you tried already? Huh?
Ahmed, the point isn't for Ace Combat fans to be there. The point is to get people exposed to the game and to get them interested in playing demos. And PlayStation events have done that already, twice.
Mm-hmm. Like, if you're an Ace Combat fan, you already know about Ace Combat 7, and you're probably gonna buy it anyways. You know what I mean? So you gotta expand the horizons to the new people.
The Lemming, Cypher never talks. He does not have a line in the game. If you're talking about the intro, that's not Cypher, that's the base command.
Control tower, basically.
Ahmed, outside of the Americas and Japan, what do you think Gamescom is? Yeah, Danish, that could work. Mihai could have been in Yellow Squadron at some point. Obviously, we didn't fight him, but... Alright. I think I'm gonna call it. It's been 2 hours, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will get everything wrong with Ace Combat Zero done when it's done. Please check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me and the channel, because I don't run ads, I don't run monetization, and thank you, Ace Combat fan, for coming on.
Thanks for allowing me to come here.
It's always a fun time with you.
Yeah, same I can say to you. By the way, guys, just be patient with Sly. I know it, like these times, end of the year, is a lot of stuff with study, and it definitely does take a long time to make videos.
And please stop asking. like if people keep asking me, it's just gonna be a lot less fun. I do these because it's fun, not because people keep demanding that I do them.
Yeah, when the creator loses the motivation, that's very bad news, guys.
Yeah.
So please keep that in mind. Anyways, don't forget, we're still gonna try to do the stream, me and Sly, on September 9th.
Yes.
For the PSX.
We're gonna do that stream on PlayStation Experience. Go to Ace Combat Fans channel for that one, not mine. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, streaming and everything wrong with.
But he will be there with me, and we'll see if Ace Combat 7 shows up.
Please.
Good. If it doesn't, we're still gonna have the Ace Combat quiz with some really crazy questions that you should take a look. Yeah.
I'm scared of what you put together.
Oh, you should be.
Alright. Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Good night. Bye.